good morning. How's it going? Today is about being the most authentic self you can possibly be. And what does that mean? What do you do to become your authentic self? And why is it so important to become your authentic self? Now, I know in previous recordings we talked about the authentic self as being your higher self, your divine, the divine within. Yeah, that's true. But you also you also want to try to do what you can in the physical world to align yourself with your desire, internal intent to becoming authentic, to becoming to become awakened. So there are things you can do in the physical world, in the tangible world, that will help to align or to make the process go a little bit faster. Okay, that's that law of speed, right? We're building up that momentum. And so first of all, what is a true authentic self? From the human aspect, from the physical aspect, a true authentic self is someone who is comfortable with who and what they are. They don't look for someone else's opinion of them to make them feel good. They're not really too concerned about what someone else thinks about them. They're their true selves. They love who they are. They love people. They're not afraid. They're like a true authentic self is a perfect balance of the male-female energy. You will see that they have strong, especially like the male has strong characteristics, the alpha mentality. It's kind of like, women want him, guys kind of want to be him. That's what the authentic male gives off. Women give off a similar feeling that they're the most authentic female version of themselves. So they're a lot of the feminine, but they also carry that masculine strength. They're not afraid to get down and get dirty, so to speak. So that's the different variations between the two right there. We touch upon them lightly, but the authentic self overall, again, is the true you. It's being proud of who you are. It's being, comfortable in your shoes. It's, you could be fat, skinny, doesn't matter what color, what race. You have accepted who and what you are fully. Okay? You're not looking for anybody to give you, praise and say, oh, you like this or like that. You don't care. You're not looking for, you're just having a good time. You're just enjoying yourself. You love who and what you are. You believe, like, your confidence. You're sexy. You're strong. That you got all that it takes to accomplish whatever you decide, and you're not looking for any outside circumstance, situation, or event or person to dictate that to you, or to give you any praise. You just don't need it. There are a lot of benefits to being your authentic self. You attract more of the opposite individual, but at the same time you're like, okay, cool, yeah, okay, I really don't care, because the vibration you're giving off is it's almost like it's such a sweet vibration to the opposite, to the opposite individual, opposite sex, and because for the male, it's such a strong, you're giving off that strong male characteristics, and women are like, wow. For the female, the female giving off that strong feminine characteristics, and it's really very attractive. So, and plus strong as well, because men like a strong woman. As the man, women like a man who's strong and who's confident, but who's not a jerk, but at the same time, who can you know, who can show that softness as well. So again, that male-female energy. It's very beneficial in the work field and just in all aspects of your life. I'm not trying to get into too much of that. That'll be something if somebody wants to talk about that separately. Talk about, you know, like what the benefits in relationships or with women or whatnot in that area, or in work environment. You know, when you're in the work environment, it's basically you. I don't know if anyone watching this have ever met someone who just, like, you know, a VIP or someone who's up there, someone who's entrepreneur. They give off the, you know, they know who they are, they're successful, they know they can make money, they know they can do whatever it is, and they give off, they're authentic about themselves, they're strong in who themselves, they're humble about themselves. You know, they're the kind of person that you don't mind working for, and you don't mind following. You love hanging around them. You enjoy their strength, you enjoy their confidence. You know, they're really big-hearted, but yet they don't allow you to just run over them. So it's like the authentic person is a balance of, again, male-female energy, and they're comfortable in who and what they are. They're comfortable in their own shoes. So some of the things that you can do to become your authentic self is, besides using, you know, you want to know that you want to start looking, as you're meditating, you want to start looking into using affirmations and visualizations of seeing yourself being confident, of, you know, understanding that you are who you are and you're going to love who you are. And if there's something that you don't change, cool. You know, if there's something you don't like, if there's something you don't like about yourself, you accept it. But then you say, okay, well, if I don't want it, I'm going to change it. You're not, you know, an authentic individual is not worrying about, oh, if I'm overweight. You're like, you know what? I still love myself fully and accept myself completely. And I don't need, you know, I don't need anyone to tell me that I'm attractive. I don't need anyone to tell me that I'm strong or smart. And then you say to yourself, do I want to change it? Yeah, I'll change it. Cool. And you accept that and you're cool about it. And you do what you got to do. The authentic self is again, the best explanation of the authentic self, and the reason I keep repeating this because it's so important to understand, is for the male is going to be that alpha male. It's going to be that alpha male. And I'm not talking about like a guy who's a jerk and who, you know, he's coming up some other issues. No, authentic self is the alpha male who is confident in all who he is. He always looks out for the pack, his friends. He's sincere, he's sensitive, but yet he's strong. He's not dependent on anyone, anything. He's not worrying about if he's going to be with this person or that person, but yet he always seems to have a person. He has a lot of good friends. He may not have many, but he has a few, and those few will be, you know, the good friends. And the female version is the most alpha female version of herself. She is the embodiment of feminism, just like the male version is the embodiment of the alpha male, or the male energy. Okay, and so, but at the same time, the female is not just soft and loving and caring and girly like, but she's also strong. She's also confident. She's also humble. You know, both the male, female are humble. They're loving. They're giving. They're not needy of anything. These are important things to understand, so that you can develop them. As you develop this mindset, and then you start to say, okay, do I have a lot of these characteristical traits? If you do, cool. If you don't, then start working on them. But overall, alpha male is just being true to yourself, accepting yourself. And if a person doesn't accept who and what you are, that's not your concern. You accept who and what you are, and that's all that really matters to you. And so that's a very important thing to understand. Try to become loving of yourself. Love thyself as you love your neighbor, so to speak, in the biblical terms. Learn to love yourself. Learn to accept the ins, the outs, the bad, the good. I don't care. Fat, skinny, whatever. Try to learn to love who and what you are. Accept yourself. By practicing that, learning to love who and what you are, for all your mentally, physically, and spiritually, learn to love yourself within the physical aspect, then you're practicing love. You're practicing changing your vibration to a higher frequency, which is going to match your spiritual aspect, your higher self, because your higher self is love. You see, a pure energy, high vibration, and so the physical and the spiritual are going to be able to come together in a smoother transition. And that's why it's important to try to do the best that you can in the physical to become your authentic self. As always, love and peace, Desiree. And don't forget to subscribe.